Hello, hello, hello. There we are. We're here. Well, some of us are here.
All right.
Some are here more than
All right.
Yeah.
Start
okay.
video. Where's the view? There we go.
Dan, we hear you. We can't see you. That's a shame.
Sorry.
There we go. That's good. That's
Okay. Let's try
Tom,
that
you're
again.
muted.
There we go. All
Here
right.
I am.
Hello,
Okay.
everybody.
Hey, we're all here now.
Hi. Dona nobis pacem pacem. Dona nobis 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 pacem. That, of course, means give us peace. And that's the theme of and subtitle of today's show. Some of you may be watching this after the speech that's going on right now, or some of you may be watching the speech after this, or some of you may be watching just this. But whoever you are and whatever you're watching, as long as it's here, welcome. You are always welcome here at the Fortnight of Doom. So, we'd like to welcome our esteemed and beloved guest, Tom Rawson. And we are just thrilled to have him. We were saying earlier that he really is sort of an honorary first cousin, first cousin, because he's played on the same bill as the Whateverly brothers.
And Dan and I, amazingly enough, he wanted to be. This is when Dan and I were a duo, and amazingly enough, Tom actually wanted us to be a part of the Whateverly brothers, and.
Well, no reason to insult the guy. I mean, we just started.
It was mostly a distance thing.
But anyway, in the end, we've had many great times with him. So yeah.
And we look forward to having another one. Yes. All right, we're going to do a round robin with the four of us, just kind of going round and round. But Tom will close off the evening with something. And I believe, I'm looking down at my cheat sheet to see who goes first. And I still don't see it yet. Ah, there it is. Rob will be first. Yeah, he's holding up one finger for himself.
Yes.
And it's not the finger that he usually holds up for me. So
I want to make sure that it's
anyway, Rob, take it away.
All right. This week is very special because I remember to plug in my guitar. If you look at last week, I did the entire thing ambient, which is just hilarious because I got all this rig here, and I thought it sounded a little thin through the headphones, but who knew? I'm going to start out with a nautically theme song that I do. Well, at least I worked out a minor variation to this. I thought it'd be a good way to start. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I have nothing to live for, and look like nothing's gonna come my way. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide tide roll away. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones. Loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dock of the bay.
Hey, yeah.
All right. I believe there's a rumor, at least, that the dock he's talking about is the Berkeley Pier, which goes way, way, way out into the bay. Is now totally closed off to public access, but was a fishing pier that went like half a mile into San Francisco Bay at one point. And there was a ferry, a foot ferry that used to go to San Francisco from there.
No, I'll be darned.
That's your arcane information for today.
All right.
All right.
I'm sure there will be more.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to start the serialization of a murder ballad. So if you want to get to the end of this murder ballad I'm going to do later on, you'll have to watch the next two shows also.
Hey, by the way, well, you're already spotlit, Dan. I was going to actually propose the first toast of the evening.
Oh, please. Right.
Well, we'll go back.
I have you on gallery view myself, but
all right. So I don't know. I can't see us all. Let me just. I want to see all your shining, happy faces. There you go, guys. It's just a nice night.
To that.
Yay.
Nice people.
Amen to that.
Really nice night.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
All right. So, I was doing that. So, Dan, back to you.
Right. Well, among other things, we're way into the end of harvest season, and so I thought, in terms of that, in honor of that, I could do a version of John Barleycorn, because that's really the true origin of agriculture. You can make bread out of wild wheat. You have to know that little kernel turns into a new plant to make beer. Women figured that out. Thank you very much, ladies. And also, this will set you up for later on for Christmas songs, because there's fa la 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 in the chorus. there were three men come out of the west, their fortunes for to try. And these three men made a solemn oath, John Barleycorn must die, John Barleycorn must die. They've laid him in 3 furrows deep, throwed clods upon his head, and these three men all rejoicing went, John Barleycorn was dead, John Barleycorn was dead. Here's the chorus. Fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh, fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh. They've let him lie for a very long time, till the rain from heaven did fall, and little Sir John sprung up his head. It so amazed them all, it so amazed them all. They've let him stand till Midsummer's Day, till he looked both pale and wan, and little Sir John's grown a long, long beard, and so become a man, they so become a man. Fa la! Fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh, fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh. Here comes the sad part. They've hired men with the scythes so sharp to cut him off at the knee. They've rolled him and tied him about the waist, serving him most barbarously. They've served him barbarously. They've hired men with a sharp pitchfork to pierce him to the heart, and the longer he has served him worse than that, for he's bound him to a cart. Hey, he's bound him to a cart. Fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh, fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh. They've whaled him here and they've whaled him there, till they came unto a barn, and there they made a solemn oath on poor John Barleycorn, on poor John Barleycorn. They have worked their will on poor Barleycorn, but he lived to tell the tale. They pour him out of an old brown jug, and they've called him home brewed ale. They've called him home brewed ale. Fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh, fa la la la, it's a lucky day, sing fa la la day, oh.
Nice. Very nice. Mickey Perry wants to know about the button on your hat.
It's a whateverly button.
How did he get muted?
I don't know. He muted himself. Oh, Dan.
He reflexively changed the mute situation because he was done playing.
There we go. Had to find the right place on my screen. Okay, here we go. Once again, this is an authentic Whateverly Brothers pin. We just got a shipment of pins and stickers in, thanks to Rob. We made a surreptitious handoff in a Mercer Island parking lot. So we were up to winning prizes in our contest today. That might be a possibility of your prize.
Yes.
Then again, we might send you something else. Who knows? Got two really good questions for you. And so that's the news on that.
Yeah, we've had to actually implement a new rule in the Folky Inquisition because we realized that we only have so many varieties of worthless swag. So now we've decided to implement, sadly, and we don't mean to be picking on people here, but we decided to implement a 2-win rule.
Yes.
So if you have one more than twice, just I don't know, call us on the phone when you have the answer and shout it out, but don't share with anybody else because you are no longer eligible. I'm sorry to say.
Unfortunately, we regret that.
At least for the time being.
But I don't know. If you do 2 and out, maybe we'll just like buy you a beer or get random gigs, for the rest of your life or something like that.
Well, no.
It's like the Tumbleweed songwriting contest limit. You can only win it twice.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's right.
There is precedent, in other words.
Yeah. Well,
We have pokey precedent.
Yes, unless we get more stuff, then we potentially could change the rules.
Then you get up it.
Yeah, if we come out with another album, we'll make it 3.
There we go.
That's right.
We come out with like a hat. It'll be 4.
There we go. Yeah. Hat would be cool.
Well, should I do a Folky Inquisition?
I think that. Oh, yes, I think.
While we're on the subject?
Okay, give me a sec.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's he's getting the super graphic there together, Rob.
Graphic.
The Folky Inquisition is a game we play with our audience where we ask a folk-related trivia question, and the first person to type the correct answer in our Facebook feed will receive an item from our trove of crappy Wetterly Brothers merchandise. Please remember to IM your mailing address if you are a winner. Members, relatives, housemates, and pets of the Wetterly Brothers and their musical guests are not eligible for this contest. 2 wins, and you are right out. The Folky Inquisition is intended for external use only. Common side effects of the Folky Inquisition are headaches, nausea, and a longing for the simpler days of your youth. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you very much, Rob. The first question is, who was Sweet Sir Galahad in Joan Baez's song?
Charlie, you're not eligible. Be quiet.
Who was Sweet Sir Galahad in Joan Baez's song? And you may think you know the answer, but you're probably, because I thought I knew the answer and I was wrong. I had to look it up.
Warren Beatty, right? I knew it.
All right, Chris, I think you're next.
That would be me, yes. No, the bark was from Charlie. He likes to hang out during these things, and as Charlie's not eligible, I had to let him know. So, anyway. All right. Little tune for you. Let me sure spotlight and all that good stuff. Let's do that. And replace one line.
Do it, Everly.
Good.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. Is the song the sigh of the weary? Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty in music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. There's a pale sorrow maiden whose toils her life away, where the worn heart better days are o'er. Though her voice would be merry, 'tis sighing all the day. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a sigh that is wafted across the troubled wave. 'Tis a wail is heard upon the shore. 'Tis a dirge that is murmured around the lowly grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more.
Huzzah! All right.
Well done, Chris.
Once we're able to harmonize together, that will be a lot of fun to do with 3 parts. Was talking to Shanghai on the Willamette a couple days back, and they're getting together in picnic shelters in parks, 8 feet away from each other or something. Also playing next to trails in parks, tunes by the trail, they call it.
Cool.
Anyway,
Right.
they say hi. And do you want to do your guest intro, Mr. Neisler?
Not much is actually known about Tom Rawson, so we had to go back to something Steve Durfee wrote in the Victory Review back in May of 1993. Tom Rawson, Pete Seeger, these two run together in my mind. Friendly, charismatic banjo-playing lovers of folk music. A full, smiling voice who loves to share his musical treasures with an I know something you don't know and you're going to love it, too kind of smile. More of a sharing than a show, we gladly follow his lead and sing with the chorus from the very first song, every song a sing-along. First-timer or old fan, old song or new, it always seems we are singing our favorites with an old friend. A past brimming with hope for a gentler future. Tom is showing us we may be strangers, but we are a family of song. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Rawson.
All right. Thanks, Rob and Whateverly Brothers. What a real joy to be here with you guys. I'm going to start off with a song that was written by a committee, and the committee was headed up by Zeke Hoskin. So you know it's going to be fun. Zeke Hoskin, Flip Breskin, Ryan Stevens, and Claire Meeker wrote this song. It's about a little town east of the mountains out in eastern Washington that was so nice they named it twice. The band is finished tuning, so listen to the caller. Swinging with your partner as we waltz through Waller Waller. Step out for some beers if you're underage, chocolate malts. Then back to the dance hall for the Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla Waltz. Dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla Waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla Waltz. Cuddle with your woman, snuggle with your man. Never mind the highways to Richland and Spokane. The roads are full of ice and no one ever salts. So hang on to your partner for the Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla Waltz. Dancing, dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla Waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla Waltz. Walla Walla onions, big, sweet, and round. Toss 'em on the barbecue and grill 'em till they're brown. Walla Walla sweets are the onion's most divine. Even better washed down with Walla Walla wine. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla waltz. The wineries have tastings to see which ones you like. Folks from the coast do the winery tours by bike. They sip and pedal till they're really pie-eyed. They do the Walla Walla wobble as the semis thunder by. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla waltz. There's Walla Walla Whitman and Walla Walla U, and a community college in Walla Walla too. Excessive misbehavior, no ethics, well then, you can do your 4 years at the Walla Walla Pen. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla waltz. There's folks born and raised here, and now there's a host of Walla Walla wannabes who flock from the coast. The friendliest people that you ever saw are waltzing down the sidewalks of Walla Walla Walla. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla waltz. Walla 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 waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling in spite of all their faults. Walla Walla waltz, Walla Walla waltz. Dancing with your darling to the Walla Walla waltz.
I love that
I
song.
love that song.
What a great choice.
I miss singing that with you.
You know, a funny thing happened when I used to sing that song with you and Steve. 1 year at Folk Life, we had a set in the afternoon, but that morning I had a set with Ellen Vanderhoeven. And you and Steve and I used to sing it in the key of A, but because Ellen plays it on the penny whistle, we did it in B flat. So Ellen and I did our set earlier in the day and did it in B flat. And I got up on stage with you and Steve, and you guys were in A, and I was queued up for B flat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Rumor has it the Seattle monorail fell off its track that day, and everybody's ears were going like this.
Ah, yes.
Creative dissonance.
Oh.
Yes, indeed. We have a winner on our first Folky Inquisition. Our good friend Percy Hilo said Mimi's second husband, which is close enough. His name was Milan Melvin. It's something like it's like he had his first name was his last name and his last name was his first name, and he might have been his own grandpa. But and they were married for about 10 years. But in the song, it mentions coming in the window, and while he was courting her, he came into her bedroom through the window. Not through the bathroom window, through the bedroom window. And so that's that. So we will have a one more Folky Inquisition later on in the festivities.
Yes, indeed.
Well, this is
Rob?
going to be kind of rough because I'm going to be like trying to sleep later on tonight and just going, Walla Walla waltz. Walla waltz. That's going to be rough. Spotlight, all that kind of stuff, Chris. We got that. Well, I used to play. Well, I am from Michigan originally, and I used to play a lot in the Upper Peninsula when I lived there. I lived in Houghton, Michigan, which is a little part in the Upper Peninsula that sticks up into Lake Superior. So, of course, I actually used to play guitar in a bar called Fitzgerald's in Eagle River, Michigan. And of course, I always had to play that song. And so I always called it the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. 28 verses technically, 3 chords. Wonderful song. I do not mean to demean it, but there are other songs about the lakes. And I've been kind of on a Stan Rogers tear lately. And this is a song I haven't played in well over 20 years. So I kind of resurrected it and changed the way I played it this week. And this is called White Squall. It's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but to watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. The kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. You never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. In evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he'd met in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. Now it's a thing that us old-timers know. In a sultry summer calm, there comes a blow from nowhere, and it goes off like a bomb. And a 15,000-tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes all it before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down. But for all that he could hear, I could as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. I could feel her keeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under then, so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. But I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall.
Oh yeah, very nice.
And Rogers.
Oh,
White Squall.
that song is just tears your heart out and makes you do a flamenco dance on it.
But
We have been a little deleterious in our duty to one of the main things that we're doing with this show, and that is every time we do this show, we do it as a benefit for the full-time musicians that we know and love. In some cases, can also be for the venues or causes that are important. Those of you who were with us last week, many of you, thank you very much, donated to the fire relief over there in
We
Whitman
raised,
County.
I think, like $1,000 or more.
pretty close to $1,000. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, so this time, Tom has graciously offered to donate the proceeds to one of our favorite venues, and a lot of people's in Seattle's favorite folk music venue, and other kinds of music besides, is the Couth Buzzard Bookstore, Cafe, and Place of Wonder. There on Greenwood Avenue, just right there in the middle of beautiful downtown Greenwood, Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
So a little later we'll be playing a video of, there we go. So that apparently hasn't gotten pinned into the Facebook thing, according to
Yeah, it has.
our Facebook.
It has.
Oh, it has.
And
Okay.
I've been posting it every 10 minutes. There is a link there that you can do. And also what Chris is holding up right there, the whateverlybrothers.com/tips. And I've improved it since last week, so you can type in capital T. It's case insensitive now, so people will find it, finally.
Always trying to.
We try to make this making this easier and easier. So thank you very much in advance for helping out the Couth Buzzard. We look forward to the day when we can go in there and play with all of our friends there.
Now, it goes without saying, how much a lot of the venues that we play at are suffering and have been suffering because of the COVID pandemic. It takes a lot to pay for, rent, electricity, heat, and just the ongoing needs of business. And Theo Zelak has been keeping that shop open as much as he can, but it hasn't been easy. And so if we want live music when everything returns to normal, which I believe it will sooner than later, the only way to do that is to donate heavily now and to help keep these venues around. So, Tom, thank you so much for doing this. And we just love the fact that you are so financially independent that you can afford to do this.
Okay, and let's just say, Tom, we have a date with you sometime in the future, not the pasture, to share a night at the Couth Buzzard with you.
Excellent. All right. We'll do
Good.
that.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, let's see.
I think it's you.
I believe we have somebody next who's probably is Tom Rawson.
I think it's you.
I think it's you, Dan.
Dan, it's you. Yep.
It is it?
Yep, it is. Yep.
Oh, you're right.
Right. There we
Okay.
go.
Well, that takes care of that.
It's been an interesting day for all of us, I'm sure. So the technical things, the spotlighting, the keeping track of things probably will be a little bit off for all of us, except for, of course, Tom, because Tom's a professional.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do something I don't think I've done in this show. Maybe I have. An instrumental. The mandolin here is Lillian Levin. Inherited this from the late, great Steve Lawler. So, here's hoping. Okay. Well, I got one note out of it. Anyway.
Yeah.
The Freebird of the mandolin set.
Yep.
All right. After that touching moment, it's always nice to have a healthy dose of cynicism.
And by the way, Sally was right about the donation link not being pinned because Facebook threw me out. And when I came back, I assumed that the pin would have lasted, but it didn't. So I repinned it. So good catch. Thank you. And please do donate. Yeah, I noticed $25 just showed up on Theo's donation page. So I want to thank you for doing that. And I will be keeping track, so I'll be watching you.
Cool.
They'll be watching you. No.
All right. Well,
Every move you make, every step you take.
Yeah, Sting's stalking song.
there
Love
we
it.
go. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So,
well,
who's next?
that would be me.
Oh, great.
There we go.
Did you spotlight yourself?
I did. How
All right.
about that? And there we go. All right. Well, this is something I've done before. I try not to repeat them, but this is such an appropriate song for the time. I just wanted to do it again. The River Tweed runs between Scotland and England, and so this is really kind of a song about reconciliation. What's the spring breathing jasmine and rose? What's the summer with all its gay train? Or the plenty of autumn to those who've bartered their freedom for gain? No sweetness the senses can cheer, which corruption and bribery blind. No brightness that gloom can clear, for honors the sun of the mind. Let the love of our King's sacred right to the love of our country succeed. Oh, let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides the Tweed. Let virtue distinguish the brave, place riches in lowest degree, thinking poorest who can be a slave, him richest who dares to be free. Let the love of our King's sacred right to the love of our country succeed. Let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides the Tweed. Let us think how our ancestors felt those. Let us think how our ancestors felt. All the rights they defended and those they bought with their blood will ne'er sell. Let the love of our King's sacred right to the love of our country succeed. Ah, let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides the Tweed. Let the love of our King's sacred right to the love of our country succeed. Ah, let friendship and honor unite and flourish on both sides the Tweed.
Lovely.
Huzzah! Can't think of a better song for today.
That's what I thought.
Except the one that I'm going to do towards the end. All right. After Tom, we'll do the second Folky Inquisition.
Right.
Anybody have a toast?
Oh, let's see. Do I have a toast?
Well,
not yet, but I'll come up with one.
Okay.
Oh. I'm surprised that I already gave one, so I don't want to get.
So yeah. Well, actually, I'll do one. Seeing it's Scottish.
Thank you.
There we go. Here's to us, was like us, damn few, and there are deed. Which means here's to us, there aren't many of us, and the rest of them are dead.
That makes me think that Rob should do Last Man Standing today. So.
Oh God, yeah.
Right.
But you really hit the maritime here. It's nice to have the guy that's supposedly not the maritime guy carrying all the deep water.
Yeah. Well, we got Wes coming up in 2 weeks. By the way, Wes Waddell will be our guest in a fortnight.
Yes.
So I figured I was going to diverge from the Maritimes a great deal. So I thought I'd include at least one good one.
Yeah. It'll be fun to have.
Yeah. And when we're talking about benefiting venues, should we start talking about a Very Whateverly Christmas yet? Or is that too soon?
It's going to happen. We have the thumbs up from the lovely folks at Egan's Ballard Jam House. It will be a benefit for Egan's.
Yes.
They will be involved, and I was going to do a phone call probably tomorrow if I can reach them and start cooking up some stuff. We have some ideas.
Yes.
So other people in the community are going to be involved.
Cool. It'll be fun. It will be fun. Okay. So, Mr. Tom.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we'll stay in the traditional mode here. An Appalachian song that I'm going to play on the ukulele, but I'm going to use a right-hand style that's a banjo style, clawhammer. So this is clawhammer ukulele. Oh, Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Kiss from pretty little Shady Grove, as sweet as brandy wine, and there ain't no girl in this old world that's prettier than mine. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Cheeks as red as a bloomin' rose, and eyes of the prettiest brown. She's the darling of my heart, the cutest little girl in town. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. I went to see my Shady Grove, she was standing in the door. Her shoes and stockings in her hand, and a little bare feet on the floor. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. When I was a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife. Now I want little Shady Grove to say she'd be my wife. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. I wish I had a big fine horse in the corn to feed him on, or Shady Grove would stay at home and feed him when I'm gone. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Shady Grove.
Huzzah.
Nice.
On the Washington, D.C. Metro, there's a stop called Shady Grove. When I was in D.C., riding the metro. I took a picture of it and sent it to Chris.
It's on the red line.
Yeah.
By the way, that
Anyway.
was the first time I saw clawhammer technique done on a ukulele, and I'm just wild about it. I am so.
All right.
I want to learn that. We're going to talk.
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay, before, I think we're going into the video pretty quick here, right?
Yeah,
Is
well,
that
you wanted
when
to
it's
start
off?
before.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do the second. Can I get your graphic ready, Chris?
Oh, graphic. Yes, right. Graphic.
Graphic.
Okay.
Okay. High tech all the way. Ready? One,
Blah
two,
blah
three.
blah blah blah
Okay.
blah. Burn.
No, that's the wrong graphic.
Oh, oh, there we go. I just picked it up. I did.
You got two, Chris. You got two.
No. Oh, that tells you I'm the professional here.
Don't try this at home. Actually, we are trying.
A
this at
road
home, now that
diverged
you
in the
mention it.
wood, and we fell down.
Yeah. Anyway, so there is a question coming up here fairly soon.
Okay.
And the question is, who was the Pata Pata woman?
Ooh.
Well, I never know the answers to any of these, but I even know that one less than
Yes.
usual.
No clue whatsoever.
Pata Pata is a song. Yeah, I'll give you that much. Okay. So enjoy the video. This
Yeah,
is
okay,
us at the
so-
Booth Buzzer.
Yes.
And once again, please consider donating to the Tooth
Hey,
Buzzer.
hey.
This is a good cause. And
Yes. Please do.
Yeah, Chris's dogs want you to do that too.
Yeah.
And Kirby probably does wherever he is. Oh,
Right. So, a little explanation. We did an album there. It was originally a radio broadcast for a local Fremont radio station, and then that turned into an album, Live Take 3. And I had
Okay.
forgotten over time that we had actually videotaped it as well. And we've shown a couple of these, but since then I've actually gotten them cleaned up. So we were able to marry a decent soundtrack to the video. And so we're going to be putting those out as we go and eventually as a set of, well, however we do it. But I'm going to keep doing this. So this is that. So I'm going to do my usual share of the screen thing here. And
we turn our cameras off.
yes,
Okay.
everybody turn their cameras off and we should be good to go.
Now for a Irish flavored sea shanty. As I said, the Great Starvation times kind of coincided with the beginning of the Great Age of Sail, and so one of the ways to leave.
Well, let me get it correct first, shall I? Let's do this one more time. And make sure that we've got this. There we did. Back to the beginning. And I'm the professional here. Okay, one more time. Here we go.
Now for a Irish flavored sea shanty. As I said, the Great Starvation times kind of coincided with the beginning of the Great Age of Sail, and so one of the ways to leave Ireland and eat was to sign aboard as a sailor aboard all these tall ships that were going all over the world. When I was a little boy, my father said, told me, way all the way, Joe, that if I didn't kiss the girls, my lips would grow moldy. Way all the way, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution. Way all the way, Joe. But then he got his head chopped off and spoiled his constitution. Way all the way, Joe. And way all the way together. Way all the way, Joe. Way all the way, we're all for better weather. Way all the way, we're all the way, Joe.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm somewhat embarrassed by the amount of dancing I did there,
You might
Wait,
want to.
Dan.
but not that embarrassed.
Dan, I can't see you, man.
Can't see it. Can't see.
Yeah, I can't see me either.
There we go.
Let's try. Oh, I'm in the wrong place here.
Well, so what's new?
Well, just look around and ask an adult for help.
That's
We're
right.
going to get you through this, Dan.
Yeah, or you can use the compass on your iPhone.
Yeah, actually, you just use the Find My iPhone,
That's right.
and now you're muted. This is a trifecta.
Oh yeah, it's one of those
I'll
shows.
try and ask to unmute to see if that works.
I'll ask to unmute. Yes, because Dan, you're muted.
Hello.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
For a 3-hour tour.
Yeah, exactly. Lordy,
we'll
where
have to
are we?
revive that at one point or another.
Yeah. So what are we supposed to be doing? I can't remember anymore.
Well, I think we're going to try to get through 2 more rounds.
Ah,
It
that
might go a
sounds like
little
a
bit
plan.
long,
Yep.
but I mean, let's just go back to what we know. Unless somebody's got a toast.
I just did one.
Just tip.
Okay.
We haven't heard from Dan or Tom.
No.
All right, I don't have one. It's going to be whatever comes into my brain at this point.
You're God.
But I guess I'm due. All right, I'm just going to do this to what's on my cup here, to the Ballard Locks, and to the fish ladder, where at least some of the salmon make it up into the streams and stuff, and maybe hang out around the trout, and then may Tom catch lots of those trout.
All right, thank you. I'll drink to that.
Okay.
And that was kind of a extended toast, wasn't it?
It was an extended
It
time.
was.
Did you know where that was going?
No.
I didn't.
Actually, you put me in mind of Bob the salmon. When I was researching a song for the Ballard Locks, I did the tour for the first time. And that year, there's a salmon that just stopped right in the observation area in the fish ladder. And I asked if they had named the fish yet. And they said they hadn't. And, you know, basically it just sat there in the glass, and sometimes it would just kind of go like that. And so I made a suggestion, and I think from that point on, they called him Bob.
Cool. There we go.
All right, my turn.
Your turn. Yes. we're gonna-
Spotlight.
Yep.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
All right. As is my wont, I'm going to do an instrumental. I always try to do that. And I'm reverting to form. I'm going back to Bruce Coburn. This one's called When It's Gone, It's Gone.
Lordy, that's
When
pretty.
it's gone, it's gone.
There we go.
Yep. And no, it's going to stay with us. By the way, those of you who like to watch things more than once, all of these shows, all the way back to number one, and actually even before that, our practice session is still up on the Facebook page. I think we should leave it because it really is. I found it very amusing myself.
Yeah, it was fun. And
Maybe it's just something for the three of us to watch.
I don't even know if it was a practice session.
Yeah.
We formulated the idea before doing that? Or
Yeah, and we were just sort of trying things out technically, and it was about a half hour, 40-minute thing. It's still there on the Facebook page.
yeah, I left it there on purpose.
Yeah.
We did a test. It was actually the unofficial or official test for Fortnight of Doom, and
I went for 2 hours.
we went for and the problem was that we didn't actually, and we found that people we just figured we're just because we had to actually simulcast this thing, so we were actually testing it going to Facebook, and before we knew it, there were people watching. So, Dan's up.
Okay, well, the moment has arrived that I've been dealing with and trying to figure out for weeks, and
He's been in therapy about this one as well.
this is a 23-verse sex and murder ballad. I found out from my friend Doug Olson down in the Bay Area today that it actually is a poem that A.L. Lloyd, a renowned folklorist and musician, he's maybe famous most for being the shanty man aboard the original Pequod in the first Moby Dick movie. But he put the tune to this story. Can think of this as kind of a story about groupie sex gone wrong. It's called Jack Orion. The other thing that Doug told me is that originally in the poem he was a harpist, not a fiddler. So for all you harpists out there, I hope that helps. Jack Orion was as good a fiddler as ever fiddled on a string. He could make young women mad. To this tune his fiddle would sing. He could fiddle the fish out of salt water, or the water from a marble stone, or the milk out of a maiden's breast, though baby she got none. There he played in the castle hall, and he's played them all so fast asleep, all but for the young countess, and for love she stayed awake. First he played a slow, slow air, then he played it brisk and gay, and soft and low behind her hand. This lady she did say, when dawn has come and the cocks have crown and spread their wings so wide. It's you may come to my bedroom door, for to lay down by my side. Tall Jack O'Ryan, he wrapped up his fiddle in a cloth of green, and stole out on his tiptoe, and he's off to his page boy Tom, as fast as he can go. When dawn has come and the cocks have crowed and spread their wings so wide, it's I am bidden to that lady's bower, for to stretch out by her side. Lie down and rest, my good master. Here's a blanket to your head, I'll waken you in as good a time as any cock crows in the land. To be continued.
Wow. Okay, I was almost asleep there for a while, and I had to remember to put things back. I was just kidding.
Oh, it's interesting. A serialized song. So, what will happen next?
Yes.
To the protagonist in Dan's song. Stay tuned. Same bat time. Same bat channel.
Oh, and we should probably, just sort of when he does it again, we should make sure that we actually recap what has happened.
Yeah, no, I will do that each time. And actually, after the second time, we're going to have a poll, if we can figure out how to pull this off, to see how large a body count you want at the end.
All right.
There we go.
Because you can have 2 or 1. But
Yeah, that works out well. I'll do the same thing with the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
There we go. Yeah. So serial folk. That's
That sounds like something like Arrestable.
I know.
I don't know. He played a banjo at me, officer.
hey,
we have raised over $300 so far for the Couth Buzzard. I want to thank you all so much and encourage you to keep on doing it. And by the way, these things will be out there. There are some of you who will be listening to this long after we're dead, but still donate. Doesn't matter. 50 years
will outlive us.
Yeah, dig up the Couth Buzzard and donate to him just for the heck of it, because it'll be funny.
There we go. Yeah. All right. C'est moi. Okay.
Remember to spotlight yourself.
Yep, got it. I'm good. Mute Dan. Cool. All right. So again, I'm repeating myself, but again, this is a song that just seems to fit, and it's a Dougie MacLean tune. So, got a very singable chorus to this one. This thin line that leads us and keeps us all from shame, and dark clouds quickly gather along the way we came. There's fear out on the mountain and death out on the plain. There's heartbreak and heartache in the shadow of the flame. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. The strongest web will tangle the sweetest bloom will fall, and somewhere in the distance we try to catch it all. Success will last for a moment, and failure's always near. You look down at your blistered hands as turns another year. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. So these days are golden, they must not waste away. Time is like that flower, and soon it will decay. And though by storms we're weakened, and certainty is sure, like the coming of the dawn, it's ours forevermore. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. Look at me, Clay.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Well done. Oh,
And we have a winner in the.
Oh, we
Actually, we
did.
have two winners, but actually, Percy Hilo, who won the first one, also came up with the second one. But we have a winner, the lovely Diane Schulstad, sometimes known as the Hand, has answered the quiz, and the answer is Miriam Makiba.
Oh,
And there will be a follow-up question about her in 2 weeks. So we're serializing a lot of stuff these days. Might end up being the crunchy granola of folk music here.
you know, that might be something new for our website. You know, the Whateverly Brothers Serial Folk.
well, excuse me, we've actually done that. It's on our promotional stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, guy came up with that.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I did. Anyway, somebody did. But yeah, no, we used it. It's a phrase we use at some point.
Yeah, we've also used my broad spectrum folk,
Right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
which I tend to use personally myself,
Yeah. But cereal folk's good. So,
and by extension.
speaking of cereal folk,
Yeah, that's right.
yes.
How you doing, Tom?
How you doing?
Sure, yeah. Cereal, folk cereal. That's what I had for breakfast every day. Folk cereal. All right. Yeah, hey, toast time, okay? How about a toast to all the festival organizers who kept us connected this year with hybrid and online festivals. So
Yeah.
hopefully this will all be over soon, but in the meantime, thanks for keeping us connected.
Yeah. Indeed.
And speaking of that, actually, because some of us were involved in Maritime Folknet's Port Gamble Maritime Music Festival back in August, which you can still see, I believe, at the Maritime Folknet website or Facebook page or one of those places. We are now putting together the annual Yule_Tide concert, which we used to do at the beautiful Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Amazonia. But we are now, this year it will be virtual, and we have quite a bill of folks playing. We'll be starting with Mr. Personality himself, Dan Marr, live, well, not live, recorded from the Red Badge Pub in in Pullman.
All right.
That will be followed by our friends Gordy and Jonathan, better known as Shanghai on the Willamette. Then we will be going far afield to the Boston area for the band Windborne, who are here. They play here in Seattle, played at the Folklore Society a year or two back to great acclaim. And we will close off with our dear old friends Pint and Dale. So it's going to be quite a bill. I'm trying to remember now what time it is. It's on December 5th, I can tell you that much. And you...
We will be sending out notation through our website because we partially, we partner with Maritime Folknet for this. So
we're the musical hosts.
We'll do email blasts and things like that, so you know.
So theoretically, I'm supposed to be on the emails
for now.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I'm supposed to be on the email, and this is all news to me. This is wonderful.
All right.
Well,
I didn't know. Yeah.
But you did know we were doing Yuletide.
Oh yes.
I kind of did, but this is the first I knew it was going to be virtual, so that's kind of a relief.
Cool.
Oh yeah, no church will have us.
No room. Another one for the website. Old Everly Brothers. No church will have us.
That's right.
Love it. Yes. Okay.
Sure. All right. Well.
Tom.
Yeah, this song is written by Robert Lopresti from Bellingham. All right, here we go now. How's that? This song has a sing-along part for you. I know you're all at home and behind your computers, but sing real loud so I can hear you up here on Orcus. Take a box, an ordinary box, listen, listen. Take a box, an ordinary box, listen to what I say. Take a shadow, put it in the box, close the lid and buy some locks. That'll be one less shadow, blocking out the light of day. That'll be one less shadow, blocking out the light of day. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen, here we go. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen, listen, take a box. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen to what I say. Take a shadow, put it in the box. Close the lid and buy some locks. That'll be one less shadow, blocking out the light of day. That'll be one less shadow, blocking out the light of day. Take a tune, an ordinary tune, listen, listen. Take a tune, an ordinary tune, listen to what I say. Take a sorrow, hang it on the tune, step outside and sing it to the moon. Ooh, that'll be one less sorrow, turning all your colors gray. That'll be one less sorrow, turning all your colors gray. Take a box, here we go. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen, listen, take a box. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen to what I say. Take a shadow, put it in the box. Close the lid and buy some locks. That'll be one less shadow, blocking out the light of day. One less shadow, that'll be one less shadow, blocking out the light of day. Take a friend, an ordinary friend. Listen, listen. Take a friend, an ordinary friend. Listen to what I say. Take a worry, share it with a friend. Stretch it out between you, it'll break in the end. That'll be one less worry, trying to get in your way. That'll be one less worry, trying to get in your way. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen, listen. Take a box, an ordinary box. Listen to what I say. Take a shadow, put it in the box. Close the lid and buy some locks. That'll be one less shadow. Blocking out the light of day, one less shadow. That'll be one less shadow. Blocking out the light of day. That'll be one less shadow. Blocking out the light of day. Hey, goodbye.
So sweet. I feel emotionally cleansed.
All right.
I mean, I took a water shower earlier today, and now I've had an emotional shower.
All right, so you lads want to go for another round?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I've got another song, so...
All right, then we'll do it. I'll just try to get it all over with as quickly as possible. I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining us for our 11th Fortnight of Doom. We've raised thousands now for musicians and area venues, but I just want to say that so far at least 10 of you have donated to a very worthy cause of the Goose Buzzard. And I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. That's just wonderful.
Thank you. Yes.
So I'm going to end this, or at least end mine, and then we're going to go around one time, and Tom's going to grace us with 2 songs. So I'm going to start. Chris, you're going to spotlight?
Yep.
And this is going to be yet another Bruce Coburn tune. The only thing I want to say about this is that this has been on my list of something, an extra song to play if it ever came up for, I don't know, like 8 Fortnights of Doom. And so I'm going to do it finally. I don't know what to say. I'd also like to just give a shout out to this battery. This lasted 3 shows in my in-ear, and it finally died during one of the last couple of songs. I'm keeping this battery. It's no good for anything, but it lasted so long in my in-ears. All right, to the song. This is called, what is it called? Celestial Horses. I always thought this would be a nice song to end with, at least on my set, because it's just such a nice, peaceful, wonderful song on such a nice, peaceful, wonderful night. Silver celestial horses, rays of the moon in the mountain air, I'm steeped in the stream of the last wild hot spring. Maybe I'm melting, but I don't care. There's darkness in the canyon, but the light comes pounding through for me. And for you. Tomorrow may be a hissing blowtorch, maybe a silken sky faded by the wind. The world's in the wake of these whispering horses, but there's always a pillar of cloud on the valley's rim. There's darkness in the canyon, but the light comes pounding through for me. And for you. Still a river full of the depths of candles, burning for the free ones riding on the other shore. Even in the heart of these breathing shadows, you can feel us gathering at the door. There's darkness in the canyon, but the light comes pounding through for me. And for you. For me. And for you.
Oh yeah.
Huzzah! All right.
Right.
Bruce!
Yeah, Bruce.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. Huh.
Well, Mr. Dan.
Just looking at a picture of Philip Boulding, because I was trying to do something on Facebook that I was unable to do. Interesting thing. One of our lovely recurring audience members, who's also a two-time winner, they're thus no longer qualified to get swag for a while. Today is Diana Herp's birthday. Happy birthday, Diana. Many more to come, we hope.
Yes, indeed.
And my old friend Skip from Berkeley originally, now in Monmouth, Oregon, sometimes known as Skippy the Hippie. He's hitting 75 right around now. So many more to you too, Skip. And I was going to earlier today, look on Facebook for other friends' birthdays, but something else got in the way. So anyway, if your birthday is today, tomorrow, or the next day, and I didn't mention your name, and I should have, I apologize. Oh, that's right. I'll make up for it by doing this song. I have quite a history with this song. I learned it in 7th grade to impress a girl. It helped as much as anything can help with romance when you're 13 years old. But I learned it before Peter, Paul, and Mary had the hit. Now, another thing about this song that I think is really, one of the reasons I think it probably should be the national anthem is that the political lengths that are spectrum that it covers is pretty amazing. It was written by Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes of the Weavers, who can be kind of considered to be on the left-hand side of things. However, about 15, 20 years ago, I was watching the TV news, and what they were showing was a bunch of Republican Congress folks singing this very same song to Tom DeLay, who can kind of be thought of as being way out on the other side of things. But his nickname was the Hammer. And so these Congress folks were singing. I figure any song that can span from Pete Seeger to Tom DeLay probably should be our national anthem. It's a lot easier to sing, at least. Well, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, if I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, I've got a hammer, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land.
And
All right.
That was rather spirited. You can hear me, right?
oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yep.
We always like hearing you.
All right, this is a bit of an experiment. We'll see what happens. It's a Mark Knopfler tune called "Darling Pretty."
Yeah, did you spotlight yourself?
Nope, I didn't. Got carried away. Oh my God.
You were just swept away with the moment.
I was swept away with the moment.
I'll take care of the meeting.
All right. Time to come away, my darling pretty. Time to come away on the changing tide. Time to come away, my darling pretty. I need you, darling, by my side. Heal me with a smile, my darling pretty. Heal me with a smile and the heart of gold. Carry me a while, my darling pretty. Heal my aching heart and my soul. Just like a castaway, cast upon the endless sea. I saw you far away, come to rescue me. There will come a day, oh darling pretty, there will come a day when hearts can fly. Love will find a way, my darling pretty, find a heaven for you and I. Love will find a way, my darling pretty, find a heaven for you and me. Almost made it.
That was sweet, Chris.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
I almost have it.
So is that it then? Tom Rawson is going to close us out with 2 songs,
Yes.
and he's got this weird instrument now. I don't recognize that sitting on you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
This wooden banjo here.
Yeah. Oh, it's a wooden banjo.
Oh, so you're going to do a little banjo style playing with it?
Oh, well, Rob and I were talking about that. Clawhammer gets pretty tough with this bass note here.
Yeah.
Now, can you frail?
Oh, yeah, you can, but you got to keep dropping your thumb way down to the melody strings.
Yeah, that's true.
Steve Hoffman can do it. Anyway, so yeah. Can we tell folks how to donate to the Couth one more time?
Yes, we can. Absolutely.
And I just put it on the Facebook feed one more time.
Fabulous.
There we go.
And we have done quite well. And so, once again, we want to thank everybody, and we want to thank Tom for being so kind to think of that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Well, all right.
the Couth.
When we do our shared gig at the Couth next time, whenever the COVID's all done, it'll be because we kept the Couth alive during all this time.
Absolutely.
It'll be all because of us.
Exactly. And
Absolutely.
as a real benefit, a real bonus is that most likely I will be accompanied by my lovely bride from Vancouver, BC, Ellen Vanderhoeven. And anybody who's ever heard Ellen knows what a treat that is.
Yep.
So,
And we were hoping to get her. I mean, that's what made us ask you.
all right. Well, that's why I married her. Yeah.
That's right. Your plan.
Anyway, I'm going to do a song that was written by a friend of a mutual friend of Ellen's and mine from Vancouver, whose name is Brian Robertson. Brian grew up in Powell River, British Columbia, up north of the Sunshine Coast, and he's written a lot of great songs about Vancouver and Vancouver Island and the coast. And this is kind of his anthem for the Sailor Sea. Tonight, I dedicate this song to the memory of my brother, Kit Rawson, who devoted much of his life to protecting the Sailor Sea and cherishing it and stewardship of it. So when the tide goes out, the table is set. This song is dedicated to Kit Rawson. All along the shore is where life began, fed by sea and formed by land, under the sun and the moon's command. Feeding the family of woman and man. When the tide goes out, the table is set, and the sea serves up its bounty blessed. Come with me while the sand's still wet. But when the tide goes out, the table is set. I know some people whose minds get stuck. To them low tide means slime and muck. But when I go there, I'm prepared to shun the oyster, the clam, and the gooey duck. When the tide goes out, the table is set, and the sea serves up its bounty blessed. Come with me while the sand's still wet. When the tide goes out, the table is set. Now go a little further, put your foot in the sea. Try wading out, say, up to your knee. There are crab and abalone and even seaweed. Fix them up right, they're bound to please. When the tide goes out, the table is set, and the sea serves up its bounty blessed. Come with me while the sand's still wet. When the tide goes out, the table is set. Well, here we are by the Georgia Strait. She's a part of me, and I share her fate. And all of these poisons she just can't take. We've got to stop it now before it's too late. When the tide goes out, the table is set, and the sea serves up its bounty blessed. Come with me while the sand's still wet. When the tide goes out, the table is set. When the tide goes out, when the tide goes out, when the tide goes out, the table is set.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
heard that one.
All right, and we'll do one more here. Before I do, big thanks to the Whateverly Brothers. What a privilege to be a part of this, and thank you guys for doing this and giving an opportunity for us to share our music. And thanks to all the people who tuned in and sing along with us. So I'll finish off with a song that Pete Seeger wrote probably about 50 years ago. I might try to do this one in tune.
Chris, spotlight.
Done.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm spotlighted, I think. But my banjo's being naughty. I got this little machine here. They call it a tuner, but it's misnamed. It's really a critic. If it was a tuner, you turn it on, it would tune the thing for you. But anyway, there we go. A song that was written by Pete Seeger many years ago, but one that he sang a lot in the last year of his life because it meant so much to him, and it's meant a lot to me. Don't you know it's darkest before the dawn? This thought keeps us moving on. If we could heed these early warnings, the time is now, quite early morning. If we could heed these early warnings, the time is now, the time is now, quite early morning. Some say that humankind won't long endure, but what makes them seem so doggone sure? I know that you, who hear my singing, could make both free, the bells go ringing. I know that you hear my singing, who hear my singing. Make those freedom bells, gonna make those freedom bells go ringing. And so we keep on while we live, until we have no more to give. And when these fingers can strum no longer, and the old banjo, the young one stronger. When these fingers, and when these fingers can strum no longer, and the old banjo, the young one stronger. And though it's darkest before the dawn, this thought keeps us moving on through all this world of joy and sorrow. We still can have singing tomorrow through all this world of joy and sorrow, of joy and sorrow. We still can have singing tomorrow. And though it's darkest before the dawn, this thought keeps us moving on. If we could heed these early warnings, the time is now, quite early morning. If we could heed these early warnings, these early warnings, the time is now, quite early morning. The time is now, quite early morning.
Yeah.
Great.
By the way, that song is what Pete used in the mid-1960s to open his television show. It was called Rainbow Quest. You can find it on YouTube. It's something I blundered into about 2-3 weeks ago. Wow. Each episode, I believe, starts with that song. He has guests including Richard and Mimi Farina, Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash, Mississippi John Hurt, and a whole bunch of other folks. Go look it up when you can.
Wonderful. All right.
Cool.
You have a
UHF TV show.
all right. You have a traditional last toast. I know you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. You're right.
Yeah.
Ding. Okay.
Apparently, the band's memory tonight.
This is going to be, first of all, a little tribute to Diana Herbst, whose birthday is today. There's that ancient Zen koan question about what is the sound of one hand clapping. Anyway, with that in mind, raise your flagons, glasses, or whatever vessels you are from which you are imbibing. And we always love to finish with a toast to the folks who share this time with us, our audience, our game players, people who put up with us. So thank you.
Yes.
Here's to you.
All right.
Be well. Right. Well, I'm going to do my usual take us out of Facebook routine here and do that thing here. Make sure.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Butterly Brothers. Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom Rawson.
Yes, be well, y'all. And now I am stopping the live stream. And we are...